You're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, super. This is super. Yeah, 100 miles and running on the block cause I'm wanted. The cops try to say I'm under arrest for nothing. Since I'm young and paid, driving a big truck, one of the main reasons they don't give a fuck. When you got a warrant, that's not good. Dirty cops, throw your hands on a hot...
Trouble. I was running with some guys for a very long time. I went away, I came back, and I found out I'd been great. Yeah, no worries.
What's up, man? My name is Detective Vito. Most people just call me Vito. I got a call from the highway unit. Good guy, I trust him.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yes. So what's up?
You want
What's up?
my name, right?
Yeah. What's your name? When do you get back into town? Give me the rundown. Who are you? What's up?
Yeah. So let's start with my name. So my name is John Emilli. I used to run back. You know Jukes, right? You know Jukes.
Yeah, I know Dukes.
Yeah, I used to own Jukes Deli.
Okay.
I was with a couple of guys from Jukes Deli, and some shit happened with them, and yeah, some shit happened. A couple of guys got sent down. A couple of guys went missing. I decided to come back around. I was a little bit worried. I came back around. I was running with the guys around the Rotterdam, and I found out today that I've already been greenlit. Some guy already tried it. I recognized the guy and managed to run away. I've been back for about 2 weeks. But all in all, I've been here about, let's just say, 7 months.
So you've been with
Before the,
I got economical.
before the giant tsunami, right?
So you've been running with a crew for 7 months. You go away, you come back for 2 weeks, and now you find out you're Greenwood, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct.
When did you find out? How did you find out you're Greenwood?
Because I was a woman, I wasn't really speaking to the guys. Listen, when a guy comes in wearing gloves and a baseball cap and stares at you for a while, you kind of get the idea who the fuck he is. I knew the guy. He actually used to work for me.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, it's Sylvia.
Silvio. So Silvio came to see you today, baseball cap.
Yeah, with gloves on. The guy was staring at me. Yeah, I knew exactly what he was there to do.
Where did this happen?
About an hour ago, down at the new pizza place. I forget the name of it.
The one up the street from the bar then, right? The
Yeah, that's
dentist.
correct.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
that's correct.
Sylvia have a last name?
I'm not really good with last names,
I got you.
but no, you asked me, I could probably tell you.
I mean, you're speaking to Italian, so me and the mafia, I have a quite a extended background with Rico and taking down families both here in Los Santos. So where do you lie on the hierarchy of? Are you actually in? You just associate? What's up?
Yeah, things are a little complicated. I originally when I the deli over at Duke's, I ran a crew for the head guy. Benny is not Benny's no longer around. And since they all went away, I got transferred over to a guy called Gino.
This what happened to be the Gino that runs co-owns the mechanic shop, yeah?
That's correct.
Yeah, I know Gino. So
He,
can you backtrack? I'm sorry, I take my time slow.
like I said, ask me the questions.
So
I'll take the answers.
hang on. My apologies. My phone. So before working for Gino, hold up. We're gonna be here for a while. So you used to run the crew. I'm guessing you did the ceremony, um, a long time ago. So
A long time ago.
So before Gino, there was a different. You were under someone different, yeah.
Yeah, Benny Bandino.
Buddy Bonino, yeah.
Bandino.
Bandito. Can you just? I'm gonna give you a notepad. Can you just write that out so I know spelling?
Yeah, that's fine. You want me to you want to write that down?
Yeah, there you go. If you could just write, I mean, if you could write your name too, I would appreciate it. Your name is Silvio Batito Bandit. I'm sorry, I keep fucking up that name. And then,
Yeah,
Nadia.
that's the name of the guy that I used to work for.
Okay. So he's gone.
Yeah, he actually went missing a long time ago. Nobody knows what happened.
Just, I got you.
Yeah, let me write it down.
So he goes missing. Was that before you went away or after you came back?
That was before. Yeah, I was actually around when he went missing.
So he goes missing, you go away, you come back, and now you're working for Gino, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct. But a guy called Henry actually took over the crew that I used to work.
So Henry took over.
Yeah, Henry took over Benny's crew.
I got you. So Henry took away Benny's crew. I'm guessing Henry answers to Gino, yeah?
That's correct. Henry used to actually answer to me. But when I went away, Henry stepped up.
Can you just write that on the paper too? Henry's name. If you have a full name, last name. I was not expecting this tonight. You just made my evening interesting. Um,
I believe it's spelled like that, but I might be wrong.
that's fine. Please, you know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up. You tell me your story, and if I interject, cause I have questions, I
Yeah, that's no
apologize.
worries.
So what's up? You come
So,
back to the city, and then
yeah, so let's start from the beginning. How about that?
please.
You want me to start the whole story, right? You want me to tell you everything?
I got food. I got drinks. We're good for the next couple hours. I would love to hear the whole thing, beginning to end.
Okay. So I first came around. It was let's say 7 months ago, whichever way you want to look. I started working for a Bobby Bandino. He was the cousin of Betty. Bobby used to do stuff down at the trash union. He was the guy that used to run all that stuff. I started driving Bobby around for a little bit. I was doing that for a couple of weeks, and he introduced me to Benny. And me and Benny got quite close, and then I was Benny's driver for a while. And yeah, Benny asked me if I would like to step up and run my own kind of crew. I said, yeah, why not? So we got a deli, and things were going good for a while. And you know this guy, Rocco Siffredi? Yeah, so he used to actually work for me. He uh, he took out another guy that was we went on a crew guy. It's called Selling H. So Rocco he got sent down for a while. After that, things went south. Benny disappeared. Bobby disappeared. Everybody disappeared. The only people that didn't disappear were me, Henry, a guy called Rafa, and Rocco. Uh, yeah, there's a lot to the story. I mean, I could probably tell you names of people that are missing, but that's pretty much the core of it, or the solid part. And then obviously I went away, I come back, I get told that Henry's in charge. So I started working for Henry. Henry introduced me to the guys on the road down. Then I started working for Gino. I was Gino's driver. And let's just say I wasn't really interested in driving some guys around that used to work for me. So I left. I kind of avoided them for a minute. I haven't seen them since. And then today, one of them finds me. He walks in. He's got a baseball cap, gloves. This guy's ready. He's staring me up and down. You know, he's actually the guys at the restaurant that actually saved me. Uh, so now I'm going to come to you guys. And, I need some help. Let me get you. Well, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. No, fine. I got plenty. We're good. No, I'm good. We're good. Yeah, the only problem is I can't exactly go back to those guys. So I don't really know what I have to offer for you guys, really. Apart from telling you, I could probably tell you where a couple people, who killed who and stuff like that. All you got to do is find names. Oh, I'm willing. I'm 100% there.
In that case, we're gonna speak tonight all night. You're gonna sleep here tonight somewhere. I put you somewhere, and I'm already trying to contact my bosses on finding someone to stash you. Um, I'm
I
gonna
appreciate it.
give this to the gang unit leader, which is also, well, I mean, gang unit he takes care of mafia, street gangs, everyone, and then I'm reaching out to my boss, the chief detective. So, but right now, I just want to listen. If you want to talk to me for 2 hours, 3 hours, give me the entire rundown because obviously it sounds like they don't give a fuck about you anymore. The more information, the better that my bosses are gonna like it. And I'm so happy I came down here as some asshole detective. So I have
Yeah,
the
no,
entire evening.
I appreciate your help. Like I said, I can't really tell you everything because there's a lot to tell you. I mean, uh, yeah, there was the one that springs to mind is probably the most infamous one. So, there was actually three guys of another family who were taken out. I can't even remember their fucking names. It was over in Bohan. One was killed in a barber shop, the one was killed on a bridge, and the other one was actually thrown off a roof of a building.
Yeah, Jesus.
Uh, if you can probably look at the records and find who that was, but I can tell you who pulled the trigger on each one of those. Like I said, I know a lot of things because guys they used to pay the quota to me, they used to answer to me. Everything that my guys did came from me. Well, let's just put it this way: there was only two people above me. We're going back a long time ago, but that's what it was before. It was Bobby and Benny were the two guys above me. I was a couple. Well, I more or less did the role. I pretty much made sure everything went smooth. So, yeah, we got a big problem because, as far as I know, like I said, I'm 100% green. If I was to go back out there, I probably wouldn't last one day. And I was just wondering, what are my options? Because before I tell you too much, I obviously want to know that I'm safer. Yeah, I'll let you contact him. Yeah, no, I'm definitely fine. These guys, yeah, they got most of my shit and a lot of my money. So, like I said, definitely fine. It's irrelevant. It was a couple, it was a couple thousand. It's just what I had left. I'm probably gonna say I'm probably the first guy that walked in there. Yeah, no, like I said, I appreciate it. I guess we'll find out. There's some kind of female, yeah.
What's going on? Who is it? Okay. 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 I mean, just put him in as a CI. Which... Oh, he's a bounty? Hmm. Okay. I can't really set him up with a full-on house, because where would we stash him? A garage? Like, I don't have some place to stash him. I don't have the ability to make houses right now. I mean, you can quote unquote put him in a house until I don't know. We're kind of shit out of luck right now because we're unable to do that stuff, like physically unable. Like I've tried. Um, I mean, we could put him in the Rotterdam, but I mean they're not open, so. Oh, they're all connected. It's that family. Okay, so okay. Well, then we physically don't have a place that we can physically put him unless we keep him in a precinct. But you could probably admit him to maybe West Dyke Hospital if you wanted to under the false pretenses, or you can quote unquote put him somewhere temporarily. Um, if he doesn't want to. I mean, I can't. We can't keep him here because we need that fucking room. So you can't put him in the 122 because that's Alderney's station. I think it's gone, or maybe it's not. I don't know. Regardless, we can't put him in Alderney's station. That's not our station. We have no control over it. Then you'd have to ask them specifically, because I don't. I think Artie's asleep, so and that would be the only one I could contact. Because it's late now, and it's a weekday, so everybody's trying to go to bed, including myself. So I don't really know. Like, right now, our hands are kind of tied on places we can put them, other than like a hospital. Or, I mean, if somebody's awake in Alderney, you can ask them, but we can't put them in there unless they have permission. Especially because if there's some level of risk, which it sounds like it, they need to be informed. Other than that, we physically don't have anything we can put them in. I mean, you could technically take him into Alderney and drop him off at a house and say, hey, this is your safe house. You can't enter it right now, but have fun, you know? I can. I mean, if that's how we want to play it, but I mean... No. There's also those penthouses that are on Columbus, but you're not going to be able to lock the doors unless I set one up, but it's kind of a pain to set up on a temporary. It would need to be more of a permanent situation. Those penthouses are expensive, so. I wouldn't be able to lock it, but if you want to put them in there, that's fine. Can, but it's a pain in the butt to do temporarily. I don't want to do that. And then also, like, if I forget about it, then that place is like forever locked, you know? If you want to take them down there, that's fine. You could just quote unquote lock it. I don't care. No one's gonna bother it. You can put it up for 72 hours and we can go from there. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave that up to you. If you want to put them in Bohan or you want to put them in Hope Beach, just put up a thing on the door that says it's locked for 72 hours. And we'll go from there. Explain what? That you're putting him in a Hope Beach apartment and gonna quote unquote lock the door, or what? Okay, so you're gonna do the one. There's also, I think, one in Broker, like in the area of Middle Hills. Okay, so you're doing the one in Bohan. Got it. What am I explaining to him? Like, why do you want me to do that though? Okay, but that's fine. I'm just curious why you don't want to explain it to him, because you're the one with all the rapport with him. I honestly don't, Vito. I want to go to bed. That's This wasn't really an emergency. Okay, goodbye.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's fine. You know, I actually did it for you. You, no, I'm probably quite safe about.
Another one in a blue and colored jacket. Bang when I'm on the air. 10-4.
Like I said, take your time. I'm in no rush.
Bang one's on the air. What's up? Me. Alright, yeah. My way down there.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I got one more story for you. No, yeah, I'll wait. I got a lot. Yeah, I'll wait for the other guy. That's fine. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I mean, just to sit here and tell you everything at once is,
Oh wait, before we take it away, come talk with me. Oh wait. Yeah, come talk with me real quick before we talk to this guy. What's happening? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, yeah. You can keep the recording for me, right? Cool. Yeah, this could be big, Dick. This could be big. Oh, yeah. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, give me 1 sec.
Yeah. How you doing,
Yeah,
sir?
how's
My
it
name's
going?
Detective Hoffman with the Liberty City Police Department.
Yeah,
Organized
nice
Crime
to meet you.
Control Squad, right? It's come to my attention that you say that people are out to kill you.
Yeah,
Well, you believe so?
oh, I know so.
You know so. All right, get a rundown. What makes you believe that?
Let's start from the beginning. Let me just give you the rough stuff. So, however you want to look at it, this, just got something you probably understand. I've been here about 7 months. I used to run with the Bandinos over in, forget the name of the place. Duke's Deli.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually one of the owners of that place. A lot of shit went down, and Benny, the guy who was the head of things at the time, he left. I was I disappeared for a little bit. I came back around. Turns out a guy called Henry Galano was now running things. Henry used to work for me, so Henry informs me that we're now working for a guy called Gino Trentino. I'm pretty sure his second it might be. Anyway, I started working for Gino again, and I went away for another little bit. I was trying to avoid the guys, to be honest with you. You know, I wasn't really about driving a guy around. They stopped for me. Anyway, I was sitting in the pizzeria. I forget the name of the place. Your colleague here told me about it. I'm from the Rotterdam. I forget the name of the restaurant.
You talking about
You
the
know which one
pizza
I'm talking?
shop?
Yeah, yeah.
Al dente's, yeah, al
Yeah,
dente's.
I was sitting there and I hit the door up. I look behind me. It's one of the guys that used to work. He's got gloves on. He's got a baseball cap. He's staring me up and down. You know, the guys that see me in a while. He comes over. He goes, "Johnny, long time no see." I was like, "How's it going?" He said, how about you can get in my car? You know, we need to speak to you about some stuff." And I already know what the fuck's about to happen. Luckily, the guys at the pizzeria, they actually saved me. They uh, they grabbed this guy Silvio. They said to me, you know, just run down the alley, just get the fuck out of here. So I ended up coming here. But like I said, I got a lot of stories. If you want names, I can give you names. I can give you, you know, whatever you need. Like I said, I pretty much know everything. I've been around a very long time.
Okay. Oh yeah, sounds good. Um, Now this group you're talking about, do you got a name for it, and you know who runs
Yeah,
it?
it's the Gallianis.
Okay, okay. And these Gallianis, are they do you know where they operate out of? Broker, Dukes,
Yeah, listen, we used to operate out of Dukes. You know,
Dukes,
we got honkers, we got the rod now.
Honkers.
It's pretty
According to
tight.
Merriam-Webster,
Rotterdam and
1.
Honkers.
A
Okay.
United States unit of liquid
And,
capacity.
You know, who runs the show?
Well, last time I, Frankie DeLucci,
No, I haven't heard of.
the guy he was shot outside home because he was in a coma from. Come on, you guys don't know about that?
No, I haven't heard of that. Can you elaborate?
Yeah, Frankie DeLucci. He was shot by the honkers. He was in a coma for about 3 or 4 weeks. You know, he's a big name. He's been around. He's been around a very long time, longer than me.
Okay, and big name Frankie DeLucci. You know why he was shot?
Yeah, I can tell you exactly who shot as well. Nobody knows about that. Problem is, I need to know what the fuck you guys can do for me. Because I can't tell you everything, and you guys just, run me out of the streets again.
Yeah.
No, let me go back to who was running the show. So, before I went away, the guy who was running was Benny Bundino. The guy's not around him. Went missing.
What's his name?
Benny Bundino.
Benny what? Oh, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, he used to run the Galleon. And after he went away, the families got merged. So, we'll kind of run together. And,
Run together.
a guy
Okay.
called while Mr. DeLucci was in a coma, a guy called Gino Trentino used to run it. I'm not too sure what's happened to him. I'm pretty sure he might step down a little bit. Frankie might be on top again. Like I said, I didn't really have that much to do with those guys. Those guys were new to me. They weren't around when I was. Like I said, you have any questions, you just ask me. I can tell you the answer.
All right. And under all these guys, under the former leaders and the current leaders, who's under them? Like the second in command, third in command.
As far as I know, right now, it's Mr. DeLucci at the top. You got Gino underneath him. You got a guy called Henry Galano underneath him. And like I said, from there you're just talking, you're talking soldiers. I can't really tell you. I can give you first names. I can't really give you second names because I didn't really deal with those guys.
All right, yeah. Right. Give me 1 sec.
Since I've been back, it was originally Gino while Frankie was in a coma, and I was actually the guy that was there when Frankie woke up from the coma. Mr. Delusion, once he woke up, as far as I know, he's now back in charge. Gino was only acting. He honkers. He pretty much runs honkers. I mean, you can't miss the guy. The guy's loud as fuck.
Right. Yeah.
You don't have to repeat that. What you say? So, Salieri is new to me. Like I said, a lot of these places are quite.
All right. So, aside from your family, let's move around. Do you guys have any any affiliation with any other families, like you know, anybody else? Any other groups, any organizations, gangs?
Yeah,
You
if
guys
you want to know the truth, like I said, before the big tsunami, I mean, the families were all together. Afterwards, the whole thing's a fucking mess. Like I said, Galliani ended up merging with another family. It's not good. A lot of us got taken out. Some of us disappeared. Some of us got incarcerated.
Hmm. So you guys building up and bringing the pieces back together, or is just things been down?
Yeah, it's uh, it's definitely on the up again. I wouldn't say it's gone bad though.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So back to these back. We're gonna go all the way back down to when you were telling me those names. Do you have any names of anyone that could be a soldier, especially people that were important, like underneath Gino and Henry? You know anyone else?
Give you two guys that just recently got made. I was I was told a guy called Angelo. We actually used to run to cruise back together back in the good days. But he was recently made under Gino. Then a guy called Rafa. He's recently been made. Yeah, that's another soldier. There's a guy called Johnny B. Johnny B is another soldier. Yeah, sure. Just give me a sec.
And Angelo is Angelo Scapelli.
No, Mr. Scapelli. He's another guy, but he went away.
Hmm.
I've
Okay.
been told he's back, but we haven't quite come across each other yet. No, I'm talking about Angelo. The guy recently opened a new pizzeria.
Ah,
So kind of
Angelo.
a,
Okay.
yeah. Let me give you some names.
Yeah, I'm taking notes right now.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm just gonna write it down for you.
According to Mayo Clinic, coma is a state of prolonged.
There you go. That's the names of the two guys that just recently got made. The two newest additions. What was the question you had about Frank?
Okay. So to get to the meaty questions, what is the relationship between the Cuturo and Galliani crime families? Because to us, it looks like these are the same family. We've got Angelo Scapelli slotted as the leader of both of these groups, which doesn't make sense to us. Are they one and the same?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it used to be two separate groups.
Okay, so Cuturo and Galliani merged, is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And am I accurate in assuming that Angelo Scapelli is at the head of this merged family?
Yeah, that would be correct.
Okay. All right, one moment. Okay, and were you, before you had left the actual family, were you aware as to what the leadership structure of the organization looked like at all, and could you detail that for us?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mess recently.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. When you had departed the family, who was heading up the operations under Scapelli?
It was a guy called Frankie DeLucci.
Frankie DeLucci. Okay, and is he still present in the city? Is he still active in the family?
The last I heard, he was in a coma.
In a coma. Okay, one moment.
He may have waken up.
Okay, and who follows those two guys, Scapelli and DeLucci? Who's under DeLucci, to the best
It
of
was
your knowledge?
a guy called Gino. He used to be with Cuturo.
Is that Gino Trentino?
Yeah, that's correct.
Right.
But like I said, a lot has changed since
You said he used to be with Cuturo. Is he still present in the organization?
Yeah, he kind of he kind of mixes with the Galliani.
Okay, and just to back up a second, so just so I can better understand, so the Cuturo and Galliani crime families, are they essentially one family? They have one leader?
It looks that way, yeah, at the moment.
Okay. All right. Would it be safe to assume that the Cuturo family is the leading family in that sort of merge?
Yeah, that would be correct.
Okay. All right. And who follows this Gino fella in the leadership tree?
I believe he may not be a captain. There was you had Frankie as boss. You had Gino as the boss. Not like I said, he's a captain.
So you had, before Scapelli returned from his hiatus or his vacation, you had DeLucci at the head of the family.
Yes,
with
correct.
Trentino as his underboss, and we can assume that Scapelli's taken the helm. DeLucci's been slotted down as well as Trentino.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And were you a captain at the time of your parlay in the family?
No.
Were you a soldier?
I was, with Galliani, like I said, I ran a crew. When they merged, I kind of got tossed aside.
Okay, all right, understood. One moment. So my next series of questions for you is, I'll start with, what is the relationship between the Lost Motorcycle Club and the Galliano/Cuturo crime family? And does the Lost MC provide and sell weaponry to these families?
Yeah, the relationship was mainly business.
Business, okay. And would law...
You're going to have to repeat that. You hear me?
My apologies, my ears were funky. What'd you say?
Yeah, no worries. I said, you'd have to repeat that.
What is the relationship like between... Well, okay, well, did the Lost MC provide and sell weaponry to your family, the Cuturo family?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, they did. And who was... Do you know who... Did they ever give you any names, or were you ever present at these dealings? Or these transactions?
No, it wasn't really my thing.
Okay, all right. It was just something you heard down the line, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, all right. And what is this? What is the commission, the Organized Crime Family Commission? A group of families in the city that it's, I assume, like a table, right? Some sort of table.
Yeah, they kind of made the decisions with the family.
Okay, okay. And how many families are a part of this commission?
Yeah, that'll be 5.
5. Do you know the names of them?
Maybe 2 or 3.
Okay, could you list those for me?
Yeah, that's Galliani.
Galliani, okay.
And Langella.
And Langella, okay. One moment. What is the Langella crime family? Is that something you guys? Is that some group you guys had close association to, or?
Not really. Like I said, it's mainly Cuturo and Galliani on top of them.
Okay, okay. One moment. Okay, and my final question. I'm sure these fellas have some stuff to ask you, or at least Detective DeSimone might. But I want to backtrack again, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I want to make certain the relationship between the Cuturo and Galliani crime families, because to us it's quite confusing. Are you certain that the Cuturo and Galliani crime families are different organizations at all, or are they one now? Because to us it seems like they're one.
Yeah, you would be correct with that, but like I said, it's a little complicated.
Okay, but it's safe to assume that they're essentially one group at this point, under Cuturo domination.
They kind of own the same businesses, and they all fit together.
Okay, interesting. And again, would Scapelli be at the head of both of these families?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's it for me for now. I might question might pop into my head in the next few minutes, but Vito, if you want to carry on, I'll leave you to it.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'll be right back.
Take your time. I'm gonna show you a picture. I'm gonna put on the table. Besides Gino, well, who would be the next person in this picture? Give me 1 minute. Did you get that picture on the table?
Yeah, I got the picture.
So, if I was to continue down that line, first off, does that look right? Did I make any mistakes regarding that picture?
No, that looks right. But like I said, there'll be a couple of captains underneath that.
Anyone you can name right now, that would be under Gino.
Yeah, there was a guy called Sylvia.
And this is the same Sylvia that saw you.
No, it's No, he was part of Cuturo, different guy.
Can you know his last name by any chance? Or?
No, we first name basis.
Okay. So other than Sylvia, who would come next?
I, I only really know the like I said, Galliani. Cuturo really wasn't, it wasn't really my thing.
Okay.
So I can tell you the list of the main guys that I know.
I would love that.
Yeah, you got a guy called Rafa.
Can I
There's,
give you my notepad again? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, can you write those down for me? Makes my life.
Yeah, no worries. Just give me a second. There you go. Yeah. Well, there's a guy called Henry Garner, which I read down on the sheet for you there. He was leading Galliani. But like I said, they're kind of one big organization. No, I believe maybe he was having some trouble with keeping his guys in control. He actually reached out to me asking if I would help him. Maybe about 2 months ago. No, no, he just kind of got everything tossed onto his plate at once. Like I said, the old boss went missing, and he kind of had to step up. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, I believe he might prefer it over there. It's things are more in order.
Okay. So Benny dies, Henry goes up, Henry folds. Is Henry, I mean, if Henry is still out there right now, do you think he will be equal to Gino or under Gino?
I believe Henry's now just a soldier.
Is it safe to say, from your opinion, Benny dying was the downfall of Cuturo?
Yeah, of Galliani, yeah.
Oh, Galliani?
Yeah, we all kind of got left behind.
Got you. Got you. So essentially, Benny dies. Henry takes it. Henry can't control his boys, so he folds under Scapelli.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Making sense now.
It's the way that I see it, anyway.
As of right now, does the commission acknowledge 5 families, or has Galliani become this side project that no one knows what to do with? So that's why.
Like I said, I didn't really have much to do with the commission.
I got you.
I couldn't tell you what they think.
Interesting. Has anyone tried to contact you from Galliano or Cuturo?
No, but they were sat across the street the other day when I walked into the PD.
So they might know that, yeah.
Yeah, they know.
Who would be under Henry? Who would be Henry's go-to guy before he was bumped back down to a soldier?
It would have been a guy called Antonio. He's no longer around.
You have is it last name or just Antonio?
He's, like I said, he's no longer around. He's missing.
Got you. And that, I guess Antonio had his own crew, or?
Like I said, it was a little bit of a mess, you know. Benny leaving in the space of 2 weeks, the guys kind of took over. It was nothing was really set out in place.
Oh. You have a last name for Andrew, or just?
No, like I said, he's, you mean no? Like I said, he went missing.
Andrew went missing.
No idea about the guy.
According to Wikipedia,
He was new to me when I came around.
Okay. I'm sorry if I'm quiet while I'm just taking notes.
No, don't worry about it.
So I just want to double check so I'm not stupid, you know. A lot of names, a lot of Cuturo, is he gonna be Scapelli, Frankie, and Gino? And Galliani was Benny died. Henry took over. Angelo was, I guess, Henry's, if I had to say Henry's number 2. Henry couldn't control his guys, so now he's under Cuturo, and you have this interesting thing going on.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I get the picture. So you have no idea who? I mean, I'm not again assuming. Gino, who's under Gino? What's Gino associated with?
Gino is, like I said, he was Cuturo. A lot of the guys in Cuturo I wasn't really too close with.
Okay. Um. As for the murders that you told me about, welcome back, Tom. As for the murders that you told me about, just for the record again, was which family hit which family that night? The night that Frank got shot by Luca and I have the names. Hang on. Just to remember. You told me that Frankie was put in a coma by Luca and
Yeah, it was the one on the street for a while.
What's up?
It was the word on the street.
Luca and Tony, would they fit under Henry or are they just a whole different?
No, they were a separate family.
Any idea what family that was?
I believe Langella. I could be wrong.
Langella. Okay. As for
I believe so.
Langella. As for
One moment. Who do you believe ordered that hit, John?
I believe it was over money.
Okay, and who ordered the actual hit? To the best of your knowledge, would it have been Scapelli or would it have been DeLucci?
You mean the hit on DeLucci, right?
I mean, I'm talking about sorry, my bad. Okay, I'm talking about the hit on the actual barber shop or the laundromat. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
No, we're talking
when the place got burned up.
Yeah, who would have ordered that?
That would have been Gino. He was that was his call.
Okay, that was Gino's crew. Give me 1 second. Just hang tight.
I'm sorry to confuse you, Tom. We were talking about
no worries.
Yeah.
And what was the name of the crew that Gino was in charge of, if you know it?
Gino, he's a capo with the Cuturos.
Cuturos, okay, and you said his crew specifically ordered the laundromat to be burned, and they carried it out.
Yeah, I'm sure the bikes carried out for him.
Okay, yeah, and do you think, was Gino at the head of the family at that time, or who would have been at the actual head of the Galliani family at that time?
No, he's talking about Cuturo. This is Gino is in Cuturo.
Okay, yeah, okay. So who would have been at the head of the Cuturo family at that time? Would it have been DeLucci?
Yeah, I mean, Angela wasn't around by then, so it would have been DeLucci.
Okay, one moment. Okay, and what was you talked about a hit? Was it the hit on Galliano?
Which one? The one that I was talking about?
Yeah, who would have ordered
the
that?
one that I was talking about was on Cuturo, and John here just said Langiali hit Cuturo.
Okay, Langella hit the Cuturos. Okay.
Yes, and that's when Frank DeLucci was put in a coma. I think that was about 2 months ago.
That's a long time ago. Okay, one moment.
Yeah, it was quite a long time ago.
Are you taking these notes or?
I am.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
And John, what to the best of your knowledge, can you detail any crimes that you might have witnessed or have been parlayed to in the recent past? Obviously, we're not going to hold you to those, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just crucial information. And if you can link any names to those crimes, that would help us out a lot as well.
John, before you answer that, I do have a connection. So you established to me that Gino burned the laundromat, yeah, by the bikers. The individual that you said to me, you gave me a name, Rocco Cifarello? Is this the one that burned the laundromat, or is this the one that got hit?
No, I believe you're getting a little confused there.
You gave me this name.
Yeah, he's a soldier with Galliani.
So he's a soldier with guy on him.
That's correct.
Okay. Got you.
Okay, back to the laundromat situation. So you said Gino ordered the laundromat to be doused, to be vandalized. At that time, DeLucci was the head of the family. He obviously would have ordered Gino to.
DeLucci was in a coma at the time.
He was in a coma at the time. Okay.
That's correct.
One moment. Is it safe to say that Gino would have been the acting boss?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mess at the time, but you could say that.
Okay, one moment. And did you witness this at all, or did you? Did any of these guys who were involved in it, talk about it thoroughly and admit their doing in the crime, or their involvement in the crime?
I was actually working at Drusilla's when it happened.
Okay, and were you informed shortly after this happened, or?
Yeah, they actually tried to shoot out Drusilla's.
Say that one more time.
They tried to shoot out Drusilla's.
They tried to shoot at Drusilla's. Okay. And again, this crime, the burning of the laundromat was not a Galliani thing. That was a Cuturo thing. Okay. And how did you find out about that? The burning of this laundromat?
Like I said, I was working at Drusilla's at the time. Everybody was talking about it.
That's what everyone was talking about there?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. One moment. And this Langella family shooting at the restaurant, was that obviously, was that the hit that they attempted to try and whack out? Oh no, that was separate from the hit on DeLucci, right? Obviously. Okay. Alright. Vito, could you just step out for a sec? Thank you. Okay. And then one moment. Let me just pull up my
Yeah, I believe these stories again are a little bit mixed up.
Yeah, I just didn't want any interjections here. So, So I'm just gonna. My goal is to try and figure these things out and piece them together to paint a clear picture, right? So if I repeat myself, it's not because I'm doubting what you're saying. It's just because I'm trying to paint a clear picture for us.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So this laundromat vandalism, that's what we'll call it, this hit, so to speak, on the laundromat. Just to confirm, at the time that this happened, DeLucci was at the head of the family, but he was in a coma. Gina was the acting boss and ordered the laundromat to be burned. And this was a Cuturo crime that you had heard about while being at Drusilla's.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was the acting boss, but he was definitely in charge of it.
Okay. And who told you about this? Was it just something you heard through conversation, just shooting the shit, pretty much?
Like I said, we were Drusilla's at the time. Everybody was talking about it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and this hit, the Langella family, they tried to shoot up Drusilla's. What happened there?
That never happened. I don't know. That might be, cross communication. I have no idea what you mean.
Okay. And then the Langella family tried to hit the Cuturo family and whack out DeLucci. Is that correct?
That's correct, but like I said, I'm not sure if it was Langella or it was a different
one of the other families.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure.
Gotcha. Okay. And before I finish up here, are you aware of any other crimes that were committed by the Galliani family in specific, as well as the Cuturo family? Any other crimes, ones that you can recollect?
Yeah, there was a few.
Okay, I'm gonna have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The one that comes to mind was the hit on the former bosses when we took over.
Say that one more time.
I said the three that come to mind are the hits on the former bosses of Galliani before we took over.
Before the merge.
That's correct.
So Cuturo tried hitting the Galliani bosses, essentially.
No, before we took over, we kind of got rid of the old Galliani.
Interesting. So the Galliani, the ones that moved into the Galliani, whacked out the old Galliani.
That's correct.
Interesting. Okay. Are you aware who committed these killings, these crimes, and was anyone actually killed?
Yeah, there was 3 guys killed.
Okay, and do you remember their names at all?
No, but I can tell you exactly where it happened. You can probably look it up.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
That's already on file. I already had that.
You have to repeat that again.
Just go ahead and name them, regardless, even if we have it on file. Just can you remember anyone who was involved at that?
I was a driver.
You're a driver. Okay. All right. That's all I got for you. Just give me one moment, okay?
Yeah, no
I'll be right back. Okay, if any of you guys want to ask him. Well, yeah, I want to speak to you both once this concludes. I don't. Do you have any? Hold on. Do you have anything to ask him, Hoffman?
No. If I can, I'd say you guys are going around in circles.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna conclude.
A lot of this stuff has already been covered, especially the killings of the old Galliani were already outlined in the case file. But
okay, so it's up to us to collect those.
It's already collected. It's documented. We just really need to find. I mean, last time it was about all the old stuff. Now that we have all the old stuff covered, we should be trying to figure out how we can set something up to get the new stuff and start getting people arrested, start getting people grabbed up.
Yep. So we'll meet once this concludes. Vito, you can drive him back to the airport if you want. We're finished. Okay, go for it.
Wait, while we drop him off at the apartment, I think that would be smarter if we drop him off at the apartment and let him. He's flying out again? Damn.
So, can you hear me right, John?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. So you say to me, Gino hit the laundromat, got the bikers to do it because the laundromat was selling heroin?
They were selling heroin. That's
Yeah,
correct.
okay. And the laundromat was owned by, Stella, right?
I couldn't tell you his name. It was a couple of
No,
low-lifes.
no, like, was that a different family? Or was that the same family
No,
that...
it was a couple of hangarounds, I guess you could call them.
So they have no connection to the family that hit Frankie?
No connection.
Got you. You also told me recently there's a new way of making money and they're doing the underground fighting.
Yeah, that's correct.
Did you hear anything else new with that, or?
No, like I said, shit. Let's get out there.
Got you. I'm just wrapping it up here. I apologize. Frank, can you remind me who Frank Caliani was and where he fits in this picture?
You mean Frank Bellucci, right?
No. You give me a Frank Caliani.
Frank Castelli.
Castelli. Frank Castelli.
Yeah, he was an associate who he pulled the trigger on one of the three guys who were taken out from the old Galliani.
Okay, got you. So that's recap again. Okay. And then Silvio, the one that offered to give you a friendly ride, is he a part of Cuturo or Galliani?
He's Galliani.
He's Galliani, okay. And then you give me one more name here. I promise I'm done for today. You said weapons coming from Den of Sin. And you give me a first name called Ronnie.
Ronnie Spade. He was killed by Rocco Siffredi.
Ronnie Spade was killed by Rocco Siffredi.
That's correct.
Just give me one moment.
That will already be on file.
Got you. I'm just gonna